want to know what the best way to like guide her.
Question before you keep going. Is she in command? Did you tell her to down?
I didn't tell her to down.
Okay. Did you tell her to place?
Yes.
Okay. So make sure she's not getting off that place bed, okay? Be ready for that correction. Little things matter. So I'm going to get to your question here in just a second, but before I lose my train of thought. So I had 2 clients that came in for a private session the other day. And they have 2 really big dogs, and the dogs have a lot of aggression towards each other at home, lots of anxiety and stuff like that. And we've only done a little bit of work, but we started talking about getting the dogs walking better and stuff like that or what have you. So we worked on walking better and getting the dogs walking together and all that sort of stuff and making sure things were structured. And throughout the session, they're doing that. They're working really well with their dogs, making sure everything is structured. And as soon as the session ends, they say, well, it's only 100 feet to our car. We're just going to let them pull us and go all the way to the car and just let them kind of be crazy again. It may feel like it's only just a few seconds. All right, get up in the car. You can run up into the trunk or whatever. But that's enough time to undo what we've worked on in the session. It can happen that fast because you're allowing that mindset to come back in. So even if it seems like things I see in public a lot, if you've told your dog to down and your dog really likes kids and a little kid comes over and is like, doggy, and your dog starts wagging its tail, creeping out, and it gets out of position and goes sit next to the kid, you're like, that's really cute. I'm gonna go ahead and let that go, right? Well, you just showed the dog that there is certain times when they don't need to follow through, and they're gonna pick and choose what those certain times are in the future. So it's something where you might have to say, hold on, honey, correct your dog, put him back down, good. I'm gonna make him wait 10 seconds and then he can come say hi to you, okay? Then release your dog and let him go say hi to the kid. Those little things matter. They really add up. So really start looking at yourself and how you handle your dog and say, how many times do I let them slip and not even really think about it, right? When I'm really tired at the end of the day, they're off of place bed and you're like, whatever, I'm just gonna go to bed, that kind of thing. Or whatever it is. Really simple things. Maybe you're telling them to sit and wait for their food or down and wait for their food, and you put the food bowl down, and before you release them, they run over and start eating, and you're like, all right, well, that's what I was going to do anyway. Go ahead and eat it. All those things add up, and if you're not a stickler about it, then later on, when you're telling your dog to sit or down while another aggressive dog goes past and they say, okay, well, I'm going to hold it for 5 seconds and then bolt whenever I feel like it, that's the pattern that you laid. So you can't really be tough on the dog at that point because those are the patterns you created. So little things really matter. Take them into account. Be tough on yourself about that type of stuff. You're going to notice your dog's significantly better. And if you have a really anxious or hyper dog, those little things matter significantly more. If you have a more of a laid-back dog, they don't add up as fast. But the more hyper or anxious dogs, they stack up really fast, and all it takes is a few of those mess-ups for that dog to be pushing every single boundary, okay?